Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing F1 2012, the latest open wheel simulation from Codemasters. Since I did review last year's version, I'm going to mainly focus on what's new. Since this is the 2012 version, you get all 24 drivers and 20 tracks that are on the Formula 1 Championship for this year. The first thing it throws you into is the Young Drivers Test, which is basically a tutorial, which is actually really well done. It teaches you all the basic controls, things like curves and DRS, how to navigate corners and stuff like that. So it serves as a really approachable introduction to the game that should appeal to people who are new to racing games of this kind of fidelity. So we'll take a look at one of the tests, and I'll show you what it's like. It's actually modeled after the real new F1 driver's introduction done in Abu Dhabi when they have the race there that same week. So you can see here there's 2 days of basic run-throughs that it has you do, either doing real simple things or watching videos. The videos you can't skip through, even if you know kind of what the deal is about them. But they are really short. It's only like a minute, so that's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to do the curves and DRS performance test.
Okay, you've got 3 cars ahead of you. Use your curves and DRS to get to the finish line after the chicane, ahead of all of them. Don't make contact with any of them, however. We want clean passes.
Yes, ma'am. I think I hit him.
Brilliant.
Yeah, still got gold.
DRS at the correct times.
I think that's what that red bar is for me hitting him. Oh, anyway. Well, there you go. You get the idea. You know, it's like a minute thing. So, but it serves as a good introduction to the game. So I like the young driver stuff. After that, you have your typical options. Ooh, shiny helmet. Including the quick race, where you pick a team, pick a driver. You pick whether it's race or qualifying, or practice. The qualifying is just like in real qualifying in F1, where it's multiple, rounds, 3 rounds, where the top 16 advance and so on. Although there's no 107% rule in the game, which is good because I really stink at qualifying. Your only choices for race distance are 3 laps, 5 laps, and 25, 50, and 100%. I don't know why they restrict you like that. Why can't I have a 67% race or a 10% race or whatever I want? I paid $50 for the game. I should be able to play it the way that I want to. I don't understand why they have that restriction in there. It seems pretty needless to me. The difficulty level includes all the driving assists. I have them turned off except for racing line and the gearbox. And then whether you get flagged for bumping into people, and the AI difficulty level, of which there's 4 levels. I'm on the 2nd level, which seems to be a little bit too easy during races and way too hard during qualifying for me. And then flashbacks, of which I'm sure you'll be able to see a lot of them considering my level of racing prowess. And beyond the quick races, you have the same multiplayer options as last year, except that there's no games for Windows Live, which is really good news. You have split screen and LAN play, or you can go online. You have quick matches where you can create a lobby for you and your friends. And then 3 main game modes. There's 3 lap races, 25% races with the pit stop, and 7 lap races with qualifying. In addition to that, if you want more control, you can do a custom race, where you get to tweak a whole bunch of settings on the rules and flags, and then the number of laps, with basically the same settings you have during a quick race. In addition to that, there's the co-op championship that they had last year where you team up with somebody and then try to win the Constructors' Championship. So that's there if you have actual friends to play with. There's the full career mode, where you start out at a really bad team and then try to do good enough to advance up the ranks and then get with a team you can actually race for the championship with. Unfortunately, the minimum distance for the career races is 25%, which is a problem because you can't save your race. So unless you have half an hour of uninterrupted racing time, the career mode's really out of the picture. You know, you can't... I mean, I guess you could pause it for an indeterminate amount of time, but that's still kind of disappointing. For each track, all the tracks now come with little intro videos.
Okay, here we are, Sepang, Malaysia, on the run up towards the last corner. Open this corner up by taking a wide approach and maximizing the length of the straight and your speed onto it. DRS is open and a big curves boost as well, past the start-finish line, the pits on your right-hand side.
So that's a good extension of the young driver test to let you learn each of the tracks and the little nuances that they have there. I'll actually load mine up to show you what options you have before a race in terms of strategy and setups. Alright, here we are in Malaysia. There I am. So first off, you're actually competing with your teammate for, you know, dominance in your team. And basically when you earn all 5 points there, then you're the #1 driver for your team. In terms of race strategy, you can pick what type of tires you have to start, when you stop, what lap you stop on, and what tires you switch to, and also how much fuel you consume and how much you have to conserve it in your race car. And then you can also pick quick setups, which you actually do during qualifying, which is why it's great out there. Or you can go in and actually, you know, customize each individual thing, like the brake balance and the roll bars and suspension heights and all that stuff. So it's neat that they have all those options there if you want to do it, or they have quick settings for casual people like myself that have no idea what they're doing in that aspect. So that's the career mode. And we'll go back out to the main menu. Alright, next there are 2 timed events. There's a time attack, which for some reason only has 6 tracks with it. I don't know why they did that. It gives you a set specific setup, and then it uploads your time online so you can compare it against others because everybody's using the same setup. And then there's also time trial, which is a little bit more freeform. You pick a team, you pick a track, and then you can mess with the setup and try for your best time there. So that's meant more as a practice mode. Now for the new features other than the young driver test. First is Champions mode. Champions mode puts you in a specific situation trying to pass one of the past champions that are racing in this year's Formula 1 series. So, for example, this is the one I'm on right now.
You've taken the opportunity to pit for tires, looking to work your way back through the field. Take full advantage of being on the right rubber at the right time and take the win.
Okay, so basically I have to pass him for the end of the race. And you have 3 difficulty levels here. Easy is fairly easy, whereas medium's really too hard. Oh, hi. We're over here. Thank you. Thank you for turning around. So it's a neat little mode, although it's a little abrupt with only 7 events to its name. But it's a neat little thing. You know, I would expect it to be expanded through like DLC or something. It really could have been added as DLC to 2011. Overall, and you'll see the other new feature, you know, $50 for this if you have last year's version. It's a little expensive for my thinking. Oh, raining. Awesome. Oh, Silverstone, my least favorite track.
Final lap, laps of the Silverstone Grand Prix.
Awesome.
And Jenson Button leads from a fortunate Felipe Massa in second and Sebastian Vettel in third. Jenson took the lead from his teammate just before the safety car incident, but can he hold on to this without pitting?
Probably.
I think his teammate sitting in ninth could do this. Safety cars coming in. The hunted turns hunter.
Okay. So I got to go from ninth to first, basically. This should be wreck-filled.
Safety car is coming in this lap.
There, rain. You can see the rain effects are pretty impressive.
Go now.
Good lord. Well, that's locking up, isn't it? Oh, jeez. Alright. Well, here's flashbacks. Let's just go back to the maximum time here.
Okay, you're locking your rear tires. You might want
Yeah,
to
I'm
try
locking
moving
all
the
my
brake
tires, buddy. Driving in the rain is fun. No, it's not.
We've only got a few laps left to pass this guy, so if you're going to do it, it needs to be soon.
I hate Silverstone. You can see these little challenges are pretty difficult. Like, I'm supposed to get first, really? I can barely hold on to ninth. And this is on easy, so... Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Alright, well, you get the idea there. There's no way I was going to catch 8th, let alone 1st. So, well, that's Champions Mode. It's pretty difficult, as you can see. So, rain plus my least favorite track equals failure for me. So, I'll have to work on that scenario. So basically, if I can't pass it, the rest of them are locked out for me, so that's awesome. Yay. Alright, so the last new feature is Season Challenge. Season Challenge is a series of 10 races. It's basically a short career mode where you start out in one of the bottom feeder teams and you pick a rival, and if you beat the rival in 2 out of the 3 races, then you take their car. So... and I always press the wrong buttons here. So you can see the 10 races up there. You can't actually customize what the 10 races are, which is kind of annoying, because you'll end up getting tracks you don't like Silverstone for me. Or tracks that you do like are completely off the schedule. It consists of a 1-lap qualifying session and a 5-lap race, so it's pretty short. So we'll just run into Brazil here. I unfortunately picked Sebastian Vettel as my rival before the last race at USA. So he finished second and I finished like, I don't know, 17th or something ridiculous like that. And I think it was like 11th, something like that, or just outside of the points. Most successful track, Silverstone. Yeah, right. You lie. So this is meant as a more approachable career mode, you know, with only 5 laps, which you can't change it. You can't change it from 5 laps. You can't make it 3 or 1 or any other percentage. So Again, I don't know why they restrict it like that, but they do. The AI is... Oh, great, raining too. Speaking of the rain, what they introduced this year is some parts of the track will get rain and some parts won't. So there's interesting strategy there on which tires you're going to do. So I'm going to choose the changeable with the intermediate tires here. So you just pick one setup right there, and that's your setup for the whole weekend. And here goes qualifying. The AI is basically the same as it was before. It's better later in the race. You know, it tends to give a lot of room at the beginning of the race. So they're pretty easy to pass. Qualifying, it's so robotic. You know, I either finish first, which I never do, or 13th. As you can see here, whatever the gap is between the good cars and the bad cars. There's basically no middle ground. Ooh, that was bad. But I'll be 13th no matter what, because that's how the qualifying is. Alright, I guess that's my goal. I don't know what I'm going to qualify at. Go, Speed Racer, go. What am I? 18th? Yeah, see, there I am right there. Between the gap of 1 second and 5 seconds. I always end up there. So, I always end up qualifying there. But then I end up passing half those cars when the race starts, as you'll see shortly. Still raining. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Unfortunately for me. I guess the only thing you can... Well, pick your tires. Intermediate. And then go to the track.
Cars prepared, let's go.
Sebastian Vettel is leading the rival challenge by a point.
Hey, we'll see how this start goes in the rain.
To finish ahead of your rival this race if we still want to be challenging them.
As you'll see, the AI is super cautious in the beginning. And you can see all the rain effects here from all the kick-up. I cannot see a dang thing. Guess that's why they added the little flashy things on the cars, huh? That's not too bad. I'm not going to be able to catch him, though, but at least he's not first.
Just behind you. Watch out for it.
Okay.
Okay, DRS is now disabled due to wet weather tires.
Oh, that's too bad. Nope. Flashback. You're distracting me. Restart there. Distracting me with your sexy voice, Mr. British guy. Do you talk to all the drivers like that? The graphics are top notch still, and on my system I get, when I did the benchmark, I got a minimum of, or an average of 70 frames per second. Minimum was like 55, so runs really smooth for the level of fidelity that they have with the graphics, which is nice. Codemasters engine is very well designed. Two to go.
At the moment, your rival is in 5th place, P5. Bayashi's just behind you. Watch out for
And
it.
not for long. Bye. Just outside the points. Yeah, he finished 5th. Yeah, there's no way. I'm so sad. I could not beat him. Mm-hmm. Alright, so basically for the next race I'd have to pick a new rival. Someone hopefully more reasonable to go against. So I think to finish off I'll show a little bit of the new US track. Because I'm an American, so I gotta show off the America track. And let's pick Sauber. So we're just gonna do race only here. We'll do 3 laps. We're gonna go to America. Where are you? There you are. You know, like I alluded to earlier, for $50, if you have last year's game, I don't think it's really worth it, especially because a lot of the new features are more geared towards really casual people, and if you have last year's, you're probably not too casual. Although, if you are new to the series, this is an excellent feature-filled racing simulation for $50. So it's well worth that if you haven't played any of Codemasters' new F1 games. Alright, here we go. Here I go. So, quick car setup. I'm just going to pick that one and go to track.
Engine.
My little finger says it's time to go. Alright. Yeah, skip the intro. Here we go. 3 laps. The S's in the beginning of the track are really annoying, and I do not like them. The rest of the track is okay, though. You'll see what I mean shortly. Here goes the AI into super cautious mode. Here goes me passing them on the outside. Excuse me, gentlemen. Coming through. Oh, God. Seriously, just go. Go. Alright, replay. Real quick. I hate the camera angles it defaults to there. Alright, start right here. Like, just default to the camera angle I am using when I do an instant replay. Alright, let's go. Time to get serious. Kobayashi, I'll see you later. Long backstretch. Basically, I have to be aggressive because once the AI stops being near each other, then they're too good for me to pass. You know, so whatever place I'm in, usually after lap 1 is the place I'm in at the end of the race. Which actually kind of goes for real F1, to be quite honest. Alright, now I'll actually get to show off the track instead of me trying to avoid AI cars. Left-hander at the top of the hill. Through the S's. The last couple of which you have to slow down for a little bit. That one that I forgot about, and this one here. Sorry, DHL, I ran over your sign. That one there. This one over here. And that one there. Alright, and made it through alive. Now comes the less confusing part of the track. Like I said, I'll finish 10th as long as I don't wreck out. So the cars in front of me are too far ahead, and the cars behind me will be nice and not to try to wreck me. So unless I royally screw up, I should finish in 10th here. So really a 3-lap race is basically going to be the same result as a full-length race, you know, minus pit stop stuff. At least for me. Oops, somebody's smoking. In an earlier race I did, there was a yellow flag for a car, and I got penalized for passing the turned around wrecked car. So that was a little, you know, minor bug there. That cost me like 5 positions. I was not too happy about that. Do these S's a little bit better this time. The 3D track map is not as helpful up here, which is, I think, why I'm having more difficulty with it. There we go. Hello, teammate. Last corner. And 9th it is. In the points. Well, there you go. F1 2012. As I said earlier, $50. Not really worth it if you have 2011, but definitely worth it if you don't and you like racing type games. So, go through the results, see if I'm happy or not. No, it doesn't show it after this one. Quick races are too quick to get happy about, I guess. Well, there you go. That's F1 2012. Until next time, bye.